Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world. My bad. And I'm here today with Hunter x Hunter, chapter 374. Now, I know, I'm late and I missed the chapter from last week, but you know what I'm saying? Hunter x Hunter is a very intricate show, and there's this thing called life, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes those things clash, and sometimes life wins. Majority of the time life wins. So yeah, okay, so in this week's chapter, some interesting stuff happened. Now, the first part, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why this cat Wergy is so fucking, like, I don't know what's his deal against, like, the Hunter Association. Not really, but he is honestly like skeptic. He's like the first like actual like skeptic. Like, he's like not trust, like he doesn't trust like niggas like off riff, because for the most part the people that Karapika get on his side, because that's what Karapika's doing. He's not trying to wage a war against anyone. He's not trying to start anything. He's just trying to protect the queen and protect the prince, and is gain as many like connections as possible so that they can be safe. You know what I'm saying? But with this guy, it's like it doesn't go down the same formulaic way it usually does, where Karabika gives him some information and he basically like slick talks people into stuff. But for the majority of the time, he knows what he's talking about, right? So he's giving him information. He's like, yeah, bro, come on, trust me. I'm telling you, I got like if you trust me, I promise you that we'll get down to the bottom of what's going on. Because apparently the 13 room, there's no one in there. It is completely vacant. And in the chapter it stated that it was probably the doing of the 13th Prince Ninbeast. And I'm thinking the 13th Prince Ninbeast probably ate them, right? He probably created a little pocket dimension inside of his stomach and ate them. I don't know. Maybe that's just an over exaggeration, but that's the way I see it. Because it was stated that he either has an ability of an emitter or a manipulator, which an emitter can, like, I think it was an emitter can create space, whereas a manipulator can create laws and all that stuff. So it's like Nove. Like, if y'all remember Nove, he could create like pocket dimensions and stuff like that. That's why I think that's why I think the 13th Prince Ninbeast ability was. It's like a pocket dimension. Karapika's on the phone with this guy Wergy, and he basically telling him this information, because Wergy, he's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Like, he's skeptic because all this stuff is going on. So he has to call Karapika and say, yo, Karapika, what's going on? Just if he's giving information on the culprit of the of who killed Mimose. And he's like, there's like even more things going on, because the princes and the higher up princes and the higher up queens are obviously going to have more power. So they could have hired an assassin within the ranks of Mimose's bodyguards to kill her. So it's a like a hierarchy thing going on, and obviously stuff like that would happen. You know what I'm saying? So after he gets off the phone with Wergy, he's Karapika and Hanzo, which is an interesting pair, because Karapika is for the most part level-headed and smart, and then Hanzo is for the most part level-headed and smart, which I like. I like the combination, because those two, it's this arc is a good way to gain character development, and also just like character interactions, because like we have people like interacting with people, and it's like I like it. It's cool. Hanzo, he's basically gonna go back to the room, the 1013 room, and Karapika will let him know on anything else. But now we get into this part where the bodyguard for the third prince wants to know what's going on with the room. Karapika tells him, but at the same time, you see Bahamia, and he's just like, he's not like trying to listen. He's not trying to like go over there and like creep on the conversation. He's just watching from afar, and then he eventually like smirks, and Karapika's like, what's going on? Like, is this a part of your whole plan? Bahamia, like, he has a plan, obviously. Like, he has to go through what Benjamin said, but I feel like I feel like he's getting a connection with these people because I feel like low key he let that information slide. Honestly, I feel like he low key let the information slide. So honestly, I think Bahamia is going to be a more of a ally down the line rather than an enemy. Honestly, I feel like he has a mind of his own rather than all the other soldiers of Benjamin's army. Honestly, we got to the 11th prince, Fugetsu, and she's still looking at her sister. So her and her sister had a very strong connection, and that's I guess that's obvious of like I think they're twins. So yeah, that's obvious of like twins. So like brothers and sisters in general. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has like that strong connection with their brothers and sisters, and she's still young, and she's put in this environment where she has to kill her brothers and her sisters, which is hard for anyone. Let alone how old is she? Like what? 10, 13, 14? So yeah, she's in her bed. She's looking at these pictures and on her phone, I guess. And then a door opens up, and she's like recollecting. She's like, "Yo, this is like that game me and Kacho used to play called I think it was called like Magic Worm or Magic Door or something like that." And I don't know if it's her nin ability just because she's yearning for interaction with her sister or her sister's nin ability because when you see Fugetsu go inside of the door and it's like a little like crawl space like a tunnel like if you excuse me if you go to like Chuck E. Cheese or something like it's like one of those like crawling like pits and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So when she gets there, like you see that Kacho like it's like a hole, it's like a door, it's low-key like a pocket like kind of space. It's like a yeah, it's like a pocket space, honestly, like an easy way to get to one place to another, you know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, Kacho is also looking at pictures of her sister, like when they were chilling and stuff. So obviously she feels the same way, but how she handles herself is a lot different. Like when Fugetsu gets there, she opens like there's a door opens up on her bed, and then she's like, "Yo, leave." As that happens, Melody she figures out that because you know Melody has good hearing, so she figures out that um that Kacho has an accelerated heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, "Yo, something's going on." Right? This is interesting. Like I said, this character interaction. You have Melody, who is for the most part a pretty a nice person because because you see how Melody like her backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like how she was like turned into like this not I don't want to say deformed, but an untrue form of herself. You know what I'm saying? Melody's always been very sympathetic. She's a very sympathetic person. Like she understands feelings. When she comes at Kacho and she's like, "Yeah, you can lean on us. You can use us. Like that's what we're here for." You know what I'm saying? It's our job. You know what I'm saying? But when she says that, that's when Kacho he's like, "Yeah, it's a job. So just act like you care and get your paycheck." You know what I'm saying? She's looking at it in a very broad sense because you got to think she's a little girl. At the end of the day, she is a little girl being drawn into this situation, and you see it. There's like two ways to handle this as a child, as that young. Like she's not as young as like the 13th or 14th prince, but she's at that age. They're at that age. They're like 14, 15, something somewhere around there. They're at that age where they can understand like what's going on. And you take it two different ways. On one hand, you take how Fugetsu takes it, where she doesn't really she's basically ignoring it and she's trying to go on like how she used to. She's kind of living in the past low key. But then you go to Kacho and the way she's taking it is like, yeah, I'm stepping up. I changed. Even it said that in previous chapters. Fugetsu said that in previous chapters that she's different from how she used to be. Now she's a lot more stern. She's a lot more she's putting on a face that she needs to be brave because in this type of situation, she is put in a situation where she has to kill her brothers and her sisters. That is not easy no matter what or who you are. It's just not. So this has been set up for a little bit, but Melody she's sympathizing with Kacho, and she's like she can't really understand her situation because she doesn't have brothers or sisters and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, she knows that she's going through, but she's just trying to put up on her face. You know what I'm saying? She even reads her heartbeat another time, and she's like, yeah, she actually believes that everything, that she's okay and all that stuff. So Melody ends up deciding she's gonna tell her about Nin. I mean, I guess she sees it in her, the qualities, because I feel like with how she acts, her Nin would be very strong. Like, teach her the basics, and I feel like her Nin power would really come in handy. So by the end of this whole like trip to the new continent or the dark continent, if the princes that are still alive, their Nin power should already be manifesting, and they should be disgusting. I'm looking out for you, Kacho. I'm looking out. You know, so the first time I saw her, I was like, yo, she's a bitch. But I have to think, she's a little kid, and she's going through all this. She has to put on a game face, you know what I'm saying? She has to be strong for her and her sister, you know what I'm saying? So I got my eye on Kacho. And speaking of another person I have my eye on, yo, the 8th prince, yo, Sail. Okay, so the bodyguards for Benjamin. His name's like Rihan, and he's basically like explaining what's going on with Sail's Nin beast. So basically, he secretes all that smoke that's happening. It's coming out. Well, when you inhale enough of it, about half of the day through, you start to get like a little ball, like a little mini like Nin beast around your head, and it manipulates your you into favoring the prince, and that's understandable because of the prince's like attitude, because every time we see him, he has a whole bunch of girls in his bed. So it was deduced in this chapter that he would like have a harem. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty fucking obvious. You know what I'm saying? But Rihan is trying to break down why there would need to be this ability for Rihan's Nin beast, and one of them was like to reduce enemies, because if you manipulate the enemies into favoring you, then you're already reducing the people that's going to be against you. Yeah, he's gaining allies by doing that. Like, even if you only see him like once a week, if his Nin beast is going to be there, and you're going to breathe in the air. You know what I'm saying? Rihan hasn't breathed in air. Every time the air comes, he's just like, phew. See, because he blows it away because he has Nin. And he can see all that stuff that's going on. You know. So he's basically waiting for his opportunity to use his Nin. And his name is called Predator. And yo, this man, he straight up has Mayuri Kurotsuchi's Bankai's ability. It's called Predator. And it waits it analyzes all the aspects of an opponent's powers, the weaknesses, all that stuff. And once it gets enough information, it'll fester inside of the user, and then eventually it'll come out, right? It'll come out, and whatever it'll be different every time, because it's a specific predator for that specific person. So it'll make a predator for that person. You know what I'm saying? How it's simple. It's I don't want to say it's one note, but it's simple, and I like it because you got the Benjamin boys. That's what I'm called, the Benjamin boys. They're coming through and they're about to take over. Like, okay, maybe not all that, but they're effective. Like, that's what I like about Benjamin. Everyone on his squad has Nin. There's like no one that doesn't have Nin. Rihan, Predator, I like it. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's very similar to Mayuri's Bankai. If you ever read Bleach, the final Blood War arc when he was fighting, yo, I'm telling you, last part of the chapter, you have the 3rd prince, and he's eating right now, and a coin falls, right? And he's like, what's going on? Like in this environment, a coin dropping could be anything. It could be like a fucking bomb. I believe it's one of Benjamin's, I want to say, once again, like I said, Benny boys, you know. Yeah, it's one of his troops, and he's like, yeah, there's a coin, and it fell. One of them fell yesterday too, but no one noticed it. And we look and see his Nin beast, and it's dropping out of the mouth. So what does that really mean? Like, what did he do for the coins to drop? Like, why is he making it rain? Like, literally, the design on the coin, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I believe it was like a flower or something of the sorts. So what does that mean? Like, the more he collects coins, like what are the coins for? They're a price that he's paying or something? Is it like extra lives? Yo, my boys, if it's extra lives, that would be crazy. Yo. But yeah, it's vague, so I can't really say whether or not, but off the bat, extra lives. Just because there's something that he's doing to trigger it though. But we don't see enough of the Third Prince to know what he is doing. All we know is he is in he is in cahoots with one of the biggest mafias in Kaiken, and that he's pretty chill. That's all we know. But I can't say for certain what the ability is, but off bat, just yeah, extra lives. That would be dope. The immortal, right? Yeah. But that being said, y'all, I'm done. Sorry for the late review, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will be doing the chapter that just came out. I'm probably gonna upload it Sunday. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, click the little bell if you want to get the notifications when I post, and I will see you guys later.